Hey y'all, what's up? It's Loren LoRosa here talking about my guys over at Top Dog Law. Now you've heard the name, you've seen them around, and if you've ever been in a car accident, slip and fall, or even a worksite injury, you already know the move. Top Dog Law is where you call to get every dollar you deserve. Don't settle for nothing small because nothing should be small this season. Top Dog fights for real results, big cases, big wins, and you don't have to pay them a dime unless they win for you. It's a free consultation, no pressure, just real talk about what your case could be worth. Call now or check them out on Instagram at Top Dog Law or hit up topdoglaw.com. Let the top dogs handle it. Now, let's get back to the show. So yesterday, there was a press conference held here in New York City where the feds were able to break down, FBI Director Kash Patel, along with the United States Attorney, broke down what this whole, big arrest around some huge names in NBA, what it is and why it's happening. And when I mention the names, I'm mentioning Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones. Let's take a listen to Kash Patel on the background of this case and what's actually happening.
Individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today. This is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. We also entered and executed a system of justice against La Casa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese crime families. Charges and the arrests that were taken down across this country range from wire fraud, money laundering, extortion, robbery, illegal gambling. This work is also representative of a colossal portion of the FBI's mandate to keep America safe and to keep our entertainment industry fair and secure. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft and robbery across a multi-year investigation.
So what they're alleging is that the names that we just mentioned allegedly teamed up with a bunch of other individuals and different mafia families in two separate things that they're indicting for. So there's the sports betting side of it, which has 6 defendants, and then there's the illegal gambling or the rigged poker game side of it, which has 31 defendants. Now, they cross over because they're alleging that Damon Jones, Eric Ernest, and Shane Hennon overlapped in charges somewhere within these 2 indictments that they have. And what they're saying is that there would be these, on the poker game side, there would be these illegal games they allege that would be set up, and you would have these big names from the NBA, and they would be used as almost like something flashy to get these people to come in and want to sit down and play poker. And when the people would sit down, the games would be super rigged. I mean, like high-tech technology type of rigged. And we have, audio about them talking about the technology and how in-depth that technology was at those poker tables. Let's take a listen to number 2.
The defendants used a variety of very sophisticated cheating technologies, some of which were provided by other defendants in exchange for a share of the profits from the scheme. For example, they used off-the-shelf shuffling machines that had been secretly altered in order to read the cards in the deck, predict which player at the table had the best poker hand, and relay that information to an off-site operator. The off-site operator sent the information via cell phone back to a co-conspirator at the table, and that person at the table was known as the quarterback. The quarterback then signaled secretly the information he had received from others to others at the table, and together they used that information in order to win their games and to cheat the victims.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess what I was reading, that allegedly they were saying that Chauncey Billups was using his influence to bring people to play some of these games, and they said through the cards they had some sunglasses that you could actually see what they had. So it's like if you had a king, you could see through the sunglasses that person had a king.
X-ray glasses to see the card.
Yeah. And it was like I guess how they did it. It was if you had a king on the back of the card, you could only see it through the glasses.
Yeah, they could read it, and even the shuffler. So we have that breakdown too. Let's listen to number 3 where they detail. No, it's extensive. Let's take a listen.
These defendants perpetrated a scheme to defraud by betting on inside, non-public information about NBA athletes and teams. The non-public information included when specific players would be sitting out future games or when they would pull themselves out early for purported injuries or illnesses. They relied on corrupt individuals, including Jones and Rozier. They also misused information obtained through long-standing friendships that they had with NBA players and coaches. And in at least one instance, they got their information by threatening a current player, Porter, because of his pre-existing gambling debts. Defendants used this non-public information to place hundreds of thousands of dollars in fraudulent bets, mostly in the form of prop bets on individual player performance.
So this is two different cases? Because I hear the Mafia involved in one of them, and then the other one sounds like it's just NBA players. Like that one we just heard sound like it's just NBA players.
Yeah, so it's two different cases. So that's what I was saying in the beginning. So you have the sports betting side of it, which is where they're alleging that, certain people would use inside information that wouldn't be public information to help people go and bet and win the money. So for example, according to docs, they list co-conspirator number 8, and that is Billups. They say that one time he mentioned to a bettor that they alleged that he was going to rest some of his key players in the matchup against the Chicago Bulls. The bettor, they say, then allegedly took the information to another bettor and had them place a wager on the Blazers losing. And Portland did go on to lose to Chicago in that game. And they say, although the feds didn't say in the press conference that Billups was involved in inside sports betting conspiracies that resulted in certain wins. Basically, like they can't connect the two together. So Rozier and the things that he was doing on the sports betting side and Billups, they're not connecting them, but they're saying that they were happening. Like both of them were alleging both of them were doing these things.
But you said something that's very important too. I don't think people remember, but a couple years ago, you remember Porter was banned for doing that. But they're saying that the crime families allegedly threatened Porter to continue on.
Yeah, so they threatened him.
And Porter, is Porter's brother from the New Jersey. He plays for the Brooklyn Nets now. It's his brother that has been banned from the league for a while now, right?
Yeah, and they talked about that for a little bit in a press conference too, because they said that there were not even just with him. They said that with other people, like some of the people that lost their money, they used intimidation, these families, intimidation and violence and different things to keep it concealed, but also to keep people playing, because once you're in, they want you in and they want you to keep going because they're trying to win all this money.
I didn't know the Mafia still existed like that.
I was thinking the same thing too.
And is this a situation where they was after the Mafia and the NBA players just happened to be there, or were they all in cahoots together? I don't know.
I can't really determine that from what I saw. I feel like certain things I read make me feel like, yes, they were after the Mafia and then the NBA players came in. And then other stuff I read is like, this has been going on for a long time, allegedly around the NBA. So there's always been eyes on this, and then this came up. So I can't answer that indefinitely.
And I ain't gonna front. If you ever been to a casino, I be feeling like the casino be knowing my cards sometimes too. Yeah. That's why I don't play games anymore. Like sometimes you have a blackjack and then all of a sudden I feel like they push a button and now all of a sudden they got a blackjack too.
No, I'm gonna tell you something.
What?
I want those glasses, okay? Because I got a homegirl named Dion, and she be busting my ass in spades, and I'm sick of it, okay? Dion is one of the best. Salute to Dion. She's one of the best spades players I've ever seen, and those glasses are what I need to finally get over on her ass.
Damn.
Okay?
Well, listen. Yeah.
Well, she gonna know something because you don't wear glasses regularly, nigga. So the next time you play, she gonna be like, nah, take them glasses off.
What's up?
Why you looking dumb
today?
today?
Why you got them glasses? That's crazy. We got to think about that. Whenever you playing Uno or Spades from here on out,
That's right.
Somebody wearing some glasses that don't normally wear glasses, make them take them goddamn glasses.
Uno and Spades get deep, especially when people start reneging.
Uno. Stop playing. We play Uno in my house like we at the casino. No, it's crazy.
Remember that this homecoming weekend. If y'all at homecoming and all of a sudden somebody got on some glasses that ain't never had on no glasses, okay, and they win, all of a sudden they got a super hot head.
Word.
They can't lose.
They start winning.
Something ain't right.
All right. Well, that is the latest with Loren. Now, Charlamagne, Donkey today. What we doing for Friday?
On Fridays we do the People's Donkey. You can call us right now, 1-800-585-1051, and give somebody the credit they deserve for being stupid. So hit us up.
All right. If you want to give somebody Donkey today, like he said, 800-585-1051. Get on them phone lines now. Front Page News is next.
Hold up. Every day I wake up. Wake your ass up. The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?